Hi everybody, welcome back. Old Relic here. I don't know the number of this episode, but we're going to call this one Mental Health Hunt. It's been one of those weekends, nothing too serious, but figured I'd get out in the fields and do a little bit of hunting. I went out with my dad yesterday and we found a lot of good stuff, but I didn't take my camera. Today I'm just going to revisit 2 or 3 of my old sites. If we find something, we find something. If we don't, we don't. But I just pulled a nice button out of the ground right there. You can see it right in the clump. Nice flat button with the intact shank. Pretty nice. And it's it's not a flat button. It's a 2-piece button with a what's on there? I believe there's something on there, but I can't tell what it is. We'll clean it up and we'll take a look. And that's why I call this spot the button site. I find so many buttons here. That's a little flat button. Look at the green it left in there. Nice little flat button. With the, nope, the shank is gone. It's got a back mark on it, so I should be able to figure out what its story is. Pretty cool.
Well, this seems to be the story of our lives, eh, Snorky? Rain coming down.
Just want to go over onto that little bump right over there. Just got all worked up. I know that the skies are clearing off in that direction, so a few more minutes. Patient waiting in the rain. That's part of the game. Listen to that, will ya? That's hail coming down. I don't know if you can see it out there bouncing around through the fields, but there's a lot of hail coming down. Wow. Oh my goodness, just look at it. Oh well. I'm sure it'll pass. I'm sure it'll pass. Better fucking pass. Well, the rain finally stopped. Thank goodness. I'll bet you've never seen this before. Metal detecting in bare feet. Well, I wore Crocs out here today, and they won't stay on my feet. So I just decided to go au naturel. Feels kind of good, actually. I recommend it. Well, I didn't find anything in that field. Except that the mud is very sticky. Now I'm just cleaning my feet off. I do admit it felt pretty good though. You might want to try it sometime. When your shoes look like that. Very therapeutic. I think my feet will be more beautiful in the morning because of it. Now let's go clean these guys off. Whoa! Jesus, these things weigh like a ton. Whew. Well, we got one more spot, and then I'm calling it a day. Holy mud! Good Lord. I'm at my last location of the day, and I think I have a little coin ball here. I think could be a button. It's pretty thick though. Let's see what this. It is a button. Look at that. It is a button. It is a button. I thought it was a coin. Nice little flat button. Flat button. Heavy. It's a heavy flat button too. Really heavy. Wow. That is the heaviest flat button I've ever held. We'll clean her up and see if we can get anything else off of it. Just dug a nice little round shot and what I think is a brass flat button with a nice intact shank out of the same hole. It's a button kind of day. June 6, 2017. It's my birthday today. I'm 49 years old, and I'm in a field that I've been coming to for a while now. And why do I keep coming back to this field? Because it's a very old site, and I found some very cool old coppers, but I've yet to find silver until today. Right there is the rim of something silver. Right there. Look at that. Oh, I want to savor this moment. I've been waiting to find silver in this field for a very, very long time. Let's see what it is. Oh my God. It's a friggin' mercury dime. It's my very first mercury dime ever. I've never found a mercury. Can you believe it? Just get out some foo-foo. A friggin' mercury dime all the way out here in the middle of nowhere. To be honest, I was hoping for a cedar, but a mercury is better than a rosy. Got my foo-foo. What's the date? 19... What does it say? 1926. You believe that? That's amazing. Incredible. I've walked over this thing a million times. Thank you, XP Deus. Back out with the XP Deus. I just dropped Father Time off. Decided to come back into the fields. Glad I did, because I just dug up this. It was a 52 on the Deus. I thought maybe it was a button, but that looks to me like a Canada large cent. Exactly what it is. Who's on the other side? Who will it be? Yeah, it's Victoria. Yep, so that's, I bet you it's 1859. They're always 1859. Almost always. Oh, 1858? No, 1859. Huh, imagine that. Well, here's something I must have walked over a number of times out here with a bigger coil. Little tiny pistol ball, I think. Pretty good shape. You can see where the sprue was trimmed off of it. I found a gun flint in this field, actually a pistol flint in this field last year. So that's a pretty good little find right there. And hopefully we find some more. Okay, well, we're in a different cornfield now. This is a cornfield that we used to own, actually. Used to camp here and spend a lot of times when I was a kid. I used to wander through these fields with a metal detector, and I found an old quarter here and an old penny. I haven't been in here for a long time. The house site is really hard to hunt. It's really dense. However, I seem to have come across some silver right there. Some very nice silver. I was gonna live dig it, and then I thought I didn't want to make the same mistake that I did last time, so got my foo-foo juice out. Let's take a look at this and see what it is. I'm guessing that it's going to be a very hard to get out of the bloody ground. Oh. There we go. I think it's going to be a Queen Victoria, because everything down here has been Victoria. So let's take a look. Hey, it's holed. Look at that. It's got a hole in it. Yep, it's Queen Victoria. There she is. Very nice. Oh, stop it. The carrot wants some attention here. Let me just shut this off. All right, well, let's get that out of the ground and see what it looks like. Well, here she is. It's a 1874 Canada dime with a nice hole in it. And I think it was because the hole is not above her head, somebody hold this so they wouldn't lose it. It's kind of in a weird spot there, if you can see it. You know, I found 4 coins in this field and 3 of them have been silver. But that's pretty cool. I haven't found anything very cool or interesting for a couple of months now. But that is a very nice one. Back in the cornfields, death by 1,000 cuts, unless you walk into a nasty spider. Now, there's a nice musket ball. Look at that. A nice round shot. That's a heavy one, man. There it is. That is probably a very old one. You can see, where was it? You can see where he rammed it down. I'm not seeing the camera very well, I'm sorry. Find a bit of light here. Yeah. Anyways, that looks like a brown best musket ball to me. That's a nice one. Yeah, there you can see where he rammed it down right there. It's turned into a good little field. Well, it's been probably a couple of months since my last video. It's been a very busy summer, and I've had a few hunts, and I kept piling stuff up and got confused as to where it all came from, and I just uncovered it. And so this last video that you watch has been probably 3 or 4 different hunts that started back in June, and it's now partway through August, so they're covering a bit of time. Anyways, let's take a look at everything that I found. We'll go through it really quickly. The fruits of my labors the last 2 months. Oh, it figures the clock would be dinging right now. Anyways, I'll go through it really quickly because this video is probably getting pretty long. We have 3 nice little crotal bells here, various ages. The earliest one being this one here. It's that cast pewter type stuff, I believe, but it's got a metal clip on the top, so it's not as old as the ones with the little loop that's part of the whole body. Still really nice to find, and it rings too. A Henry rifle casing, the second one I've ever found. This was a very popular rifle in the American Civil War. The original repeating rifle, although whenever I find Henry casings, well, both times I found Henry casings, I've only found individual ones. As you would expect, if it was a repeating rifle, they'd be laying all over the place, the cartridges, but alas, they're not. A couple nice musket balls, a little tiny. This one here could even be like a bucking ball, for all I know. And then this one here, much larger, probably brown bess, I think. I forget what caliber brown bess is. I always forget my calibers, but that is a big one, so I'm thinking it's a brown bess musket ball. Very cool. The coins. Papano, very nice little Papano. There's a field I go to, and every time I go into it, I find a coin. And I found this nice 1837 Papano in there. Bank of Montreal, it says, 1837, very good shape. And then the next time I went into that field, I found, wait a minute, oh, I found this nice little Indian head, a beautiful little Indian head. Right at dusk I found this one. I think these are my favorite coins to dig up. 1901, so it's not a very old one, but it's still a pretty one. And then on my birthday, I went in again with Father Time, who stayed in the car because he was tired, and I dug up this, my very first Mercury dime, 1926, very good shape. Although I think the really collectible ones go up to 1925, so I missed out by a year, but I don't really care. I like it nonetheless. Went into another place where there was there'd been an old hotel at one time, and I think part of it had burned down. And that's where these two Queen Victoria Canada large scents came from. They're both 1859. They usually are 1859. This one here went through the fire. You can tell by looking at it. It's quite bubbly as compared to this one, which has a nice patina in there. It was laying in some nails and stuff, so it's got a bit of rust on it, but these are still awesome coins to find. We have such pretty coinage. Had such pretty coinage. A new site that I went to, sorry for my big fat thumb. I only went into it once this spring, and then it got planted in beans, so I haven't been able to get back into it yet, but I found this King Edward Canada Silver 25 cent, 1909, the year of my grandfather's birth. And also, in the same field, I found a Canada large cent with King Edward on it again. I think this one is 1903. 1903. Very cool. And I mentioned finding that mercury on my birthday. I found that one in the morning, went all day, didn't find anything else until the evening, and I found this nice, somewhat beaten up, but still sterling. It's marked right down there. Sterling silver thimble. It's my third one I've ever found, and it's probably the newest one that I've found. The oldest one I have is from 1860, and then I got one, it was an American one made in Philadelphia, but this was the last thing I found on my birthday. So I found two good silver targets on my birthday. Very happy about that. Last but not least was this past weekend's 1874 Canada 10 cents. A nice little hole in it. So there you have it. About 2 months worth of hunts right there. I hope I'll be getting out sooner and finding more stuff. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Feel free to leave comments. I'll answer them all. Thanks for watching. Bye.